Golden Axe was the second arcade title to come out of Sega's AM1 studio, led by Makoto Uchida, who still works for Sega to this day. After the success of Altered Beast, Uchida told Retro Gamer magazine that he wanted his second game to pay homage to 80s action films, most notably Conan the Barbarian. When comparing other games that succeeded in this already, he found a happy medium in balancing the world and construction of Dragon's Quest with the gameplay of Double Dragon. Thus, Golden Axe was born with all the side-scrolling hack-and-slash I fell in love with, and the mild RPG element of a magic system for special attacks. Golden Axe was not only a staple in arcades, but a technical showpiece for the launch of the Genesis or Mega Drive when Sega ported it over in 1989. There was a reason Golden Axe was directly marketed in conjunction with Sega. It was an incredible arcade game. Now, we already saw what Altered Beast was like on the PC Engine CD, which wasn't a complete embarrassment, but mostly a waste of the CD platform and one of the weakest home ports. Well, whatever negative things I could say about Altered Beast couldn't hold a candle to the train wreck that is Golden Axe on the PC Engine CD. Unlike Altered Beast, Golden Axe didn't have a regular PC Engine port, which led me to believe that it might be of higher quality, with an entire year between the titles and CD exclusivity. It even starts off that way thanks to the CD platform, with unique animated cutscenes in the form of, you guessed it, anime. While I don't know any Japanese and therefore have no idea what is being said, I dug seeing this new introduction, even though I'll admit it's completely counter to the arcade game's art style. Once the title screen appears, and especially when you hear that opening music, it's clear something has gone terribly wrong. This version was ported to the PC Engine CD by Telenet Reno, an internal development studio that will let me down multiple times in this episode. Clearly this port was rushed, not optimized, and doesn't hold a candle to the original experience. Just looking at the title screen, you can see it's of much lower quality, and then you move on to the main graphics. It looks like something from the late days of the NES. Backgrounds are sloppy, they don't look well created in the least, and the character animations are choppy as I can get out. The controls match the visuals with a slightly delayed and occasionally unresponsive control set that makes me wonder what kind of crazy processing is being done from button press to screen action. For a game that is so ingrained in timing and nailing hits, it's a deal breaker on that fact alone. Worst of all, and easily the cardinal offense, is the sounds and music. Lazy, tinny sounds that would even make a HuCard title shameful are all over this port, and the background music seems stripped from a world that Golden Axe was never a part of. Given that this was a CD game, you would think Telenet would just strip the arcade soundtrack out of, if nothing else, lack of effort, but we don't even get that. Instead, the soundtrack is a disgrace to the CD format and completes the apparent sabotage that Telenet desired of Sega's arcade ports. When you account for the fact that the Mega Drive port was extremely close to the arcade and could be had at nearly half the price, this sin becomes greater. Heck, even the Master System version, which could probably be had with the Master System console for the price of Golden Axe on the PC Engine CD alone, is superior. It's a total disgrace to a game and should be avoided on PC Engine at all costs, especially nowadays where arcade-perfect ports are a dime a dozen. I don't know if Sega's to blame for not taking care in the quality of this port, or if Telenet just phoned in the most pathetic porting job of all time, but either way, this version is complete garbage. I'll bet you there's probably a pretty good story behind how this version ended up coming out in the state it's in, but sadly, I don't think it will ever be told.